Hey there, and welcome back to the shop. I picked up this magnetic bending brake a few years ago, and I've always had one major problem with it. And that's the fact that it doesn't have any way to be able to move it around. I've got a small shop, so it's really important that I can move tools around to make space for projects. So I picked up a set of caster wheels from Amazon. The brake weighs under 400 pounds, so these should be fine to hold it up. I initially put the wheels on, but I took a look at the welds and I just didn't trust that there was enough of them on there. So the weight is being supported under the pedestal there, so when it's up on the wheels, I'm going to have to figure out some way to put a plate under the pedestal and maybe bolt it or weld it to the legs. That should help give it enough support to hold the weight. So we'll switch to the shop cam here. You can see I'm taking it apart, and then I'm going to put it on a engine hoist, pull it up, take off the legs, and then I kind of spin it upside down and put it on some padding. All right, now that we got that sketchily off the lift, let's take a look at the legs and see what we got. All right, let's take a look at the welds or lack of welds on these things. So it looks like there's a weld from the bottom over here and over here that's been ground down, and then one at the front of the leg there that's been ground down, and then at the top here it looks like there's only one weld here. Doesn't look like there's any welds along here. So I think what I'll do is I'll take the cleaning nozzle and I'll run it down here, and then maybe a couple spots down here to put it, a couple spots down here to put in some reinforcement welds, and we'll take it from there. So let's get the machine set up for cleaning. And by machine, I mean my awesome brand new xTOOL Metalfab with CNC cutter. All right, let's insert the cleaning nozzle. Now there is markings on here and I know my machine value is 0. So let's get it set to 0. Tighten down the clamp. All right, let's remove the welding nozzle. Just give it a nice pull. Got it off. It's keyed. So the key goes up. Put that cleaning nozzle on. Got her on. The xTOOL Metalfab did a great job removing paint precisely from where I needed it to. One thing I should have done though was touch up the spots that I needed to do the welding on with a flap disc just to clean it up some more. I cleaned up all the legs with acetone to get them ready for welding with the Metalfab. I unfortunately lost the footage for the welding I did, so yeah, there's that. Boom, and just like that, they're all done. So we're moving on to the metal support plate. While I had the brake up on the hoist, I took a minute to trace the legs onto a piece of cardboard. I put the cardboard into the xTOOL Metalfab and did a scan of the cardboard and then exported that to an SVG file. I was able to import the SVG file into my CAD software to use it as a template for building the metal base. Here's a quick time lapse of me setting up the 3mm steel plate in the Metalfab and getting it all cut. The plate turned out great. I need to tweak some settings for the oxygen pressure to get the edge quality a little better, but I'm overall really happy with the result. I gave the base plate a couple of coats of paint and let it dry to the next day. I designed the base plate to be a little oversized for the pedestal, so I needed a template that I could 3D print to get it positioned correctly. It snapped into place easily and it allowed me to align the edges. This got it perfectly centered. Then I clamped everything into place so I could mark and drill the holes. I used 1/4 hardware to secure the base plate to the legs. Hopefully this should stop it from doing the splits in the future. I attached the wheels and got everything ready to put it back on the sketchy engine lift to get it turned over and put onto its wheels. All right, here we go, all done on wheels. She rolls nice, and everything seems to be holding up so far. What are some of the improvements I want to make on it? Well, the only thing that I think could become a bit of a pain is when I want to get it to stay in one place, rotating the orange gears on the casters to bring down the pads to put it up on the leveling feet, I think it would be time consuming. So maybe put it on 2-inch locking casters on all four. The only issue is that I don't want to get it any higher than I've already got it with these casters on there, and I think it raises it off the ground about 4 inches. So with 2-inch leveling casters, I think I'd be under 4 inches. So that would be a good thing to do. And other than that, I'll just give it a go in the shop like this for a while, see how it goes, and I'll keep you guys updated on any improvements. Love to hear your feedback, what you think of this video, what you think of putting wheels on a bending brake. Just let me know in the comments. Thanks, and see you on the next one. And bonus for those of you that made it to the end of the video, here's a sneak peek at the cheapo digital scope beam aligner I put together that works to allow you to align your beam with the red dot on the xTOOL Metalfab. Stay tuned for a video coming on that.